She's back. Click, click, clack, clack. She's back. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I haven't been around in a minute now. I am so sorry. I was traveling and then working and life, just happened and it's just been so busy and honestly, knock on wood, bitch, knock on wood. So I figured in today's video we can kind of have a little bit more of a sit down, chill video. I can take you through my favorite cool tone eyeshadow palettes. There's not that many on the market, okay? So don't expect this to be like a million eyeshadow palettes. I have 4. And one of them is like a customized eyeshadow palette that I created myself, which I think is, if you have a little bit more coin to spend, I would definitely do that option because then you can really customize it to your skin tone and your undertone,
Yes, queen.
All right, let's get into it. I'm just babbling along. Babble, babble, babble. It's not that many. It's just 4, okay? And honestly, I wish we need more cool tone eyeshadow palettes on the market. Maybe if somebody wants to collab with me, let me know in the comments down below. Anyway, I'm going to start with my Matte Essentials palette. This is the 18 count. Actually, I thought this standed for 18 count, but it stands for 18 cool tone. So scrap that. This is the Morphe Matte Essentials palette. Okay, now this is a $20 palette and this is definitely the most affordable out of all the palettes I'm going to show you today. The eyeshadows in this are absolutely beautiful. Now, I will say, because this is more of an affordable formula, the shadows don't blend as well as I would want them to, but then again, that's why you pay a little bit more coin so that your eyeshadows blend better, I feel like. But I can always make this palette work regardless, okay? So I've created many looks with this. I feel like if you're on a budget, this is a great palette to have. It's a great starter palette, especially if you're just getting into cool tones and you're not really sure if this is something that you can fully commit to or if this is something that you think looks cool on you. Again, I think it's just like a preference thing. Anyone can wear cool tones. It's just like, do you like them on yourself or do you not? Okay, I love this palette. A great affordable option for sure. Now, how could this be a favorites video without mentioning the Makeup by Mario Master Neutrals palette? This has been my go-to ever since I got it. Literally, you guys, so many of these shades I'm about to hit pan on. I feel like this is like a nice range of cool tones and neutrals, which is really nice. This eyeshadow palette gives me the most 90s vibes ever. Like, I have created so many looks with it. It is absolutely beautiful. These eyeshadows are so easily blendable. They just glide on like butter. They like blend in like butter. You can really get a beautiful, like, seamless blend with these shadows, and that's what I love about it. I mean, I think that's why I love makeup brands that are created by makeup artists, because the makeup artists, the way that their brain thinks is so much different from just like a makeup brand that's trying to sell you products,
Yeah.
Anyway, just my 2 cents. Nobody asked for. Miss! What are you doing? Here's a bit of a closer look at her. Such a stunning palette. How could I not mention Pat McGrath's Subliminal Mothership palette? This is the cool tone eyeshadow palette, okay? If you have some money to spend, because this is a very expensive palette, I believe these retail for 128 Zulas, which is not cheap at all, okay? This is an expensive palette, but you do get mattes and shimmers in this one, opposed to the other 2 that I showed you already. Those are only mattes. So, without further ado, here she is, the most ever gorgeous, beautiful palette. I mean, Pat McGrath is a legend. I would not expect her not to release a beautiful cool tone palette. If you follow me on TikTok, you already know that I have a full dedicated playlist to this eyeshadow palette. Like, so many different eye looks that I have created with it. It is just so versatile. It looks beautiful on every skin tone. It is just, it's just, okay? I have to swatch you some of my favorite shades, like this bluey. Like, this shade right here is insane. Also, this shade right here, so beautiful. Let me give you a little 1-2 swatcherella-y. Like, how stunning are those? Are you kidding me? I mean, Of course I'm going to show you the blue. Come on. I would be evil not to. Look at that freaking blue. The blues of the blue. I mean...
This guy was good.
I have a hair... I love my cat. I am constantly picking out fur out of my face, out of my makeup. Anyway, like these shadows are so insanely beautiful, okay? Get into it. It's Pat McGrath, okay? Trust me, I am completely aware of how expensive these shadows are, but you are paying for the formula, you're also paying for the name. Anyway, they're just so beautiful. Honestly, if you could splurge, I would highly, like, out of all of those, this is the one that I would recommend, especially if you're someone who's not a makeup artist and you're not collecting makeup, you just need an eyeshadow palette that you can create so many looks with. This is just, and that's all I got. Okay. Last but not least, I have to mention my Kit Pack. If you guys don't know what Kit Pack is, they're a brand that creates these palettes. They're magnetic and duo-sided, so beautiful. I have all of my Viseart eyeshadow palettes in here, all of my favorite shades I took from, I believe this is like 3 different palettes. We have the 2 minis, which are the cool tones that they have. And then we have the bigger eyeshadows are from the Neutrals palette, I believe, that Viseart has. Now, these are probably the most expensive out of all of these because this is a true artist brand. This is a blend like no other blend. These matte eyeshadows are just the highest of highest quality. It's just really easy to kind of pop them out from their palettes and then put them in these little eyeshadows and then create your own color stories. I love doing that as an artist because that gives me the illusion of creating my own color wave, and then I can really customize it to how I want it. Like in this one, I have my blues, my pinks, my purples, I have my neutrals and my cool tones. These Kit Kat palettes are so slim and nice and so easy to travel with. So whenever I travel, I always just do this. I'll make one for my eyeshadows and then one for my blushes and bronzers. And that way it's literally my whole entire face in just 2 palettes. It's so simple. But again, this is the most expensive option, I would say, because you are purchasing multiple eyeshadow palettes or individual eyeshadows in order to create, you know, your perfect palette. But I think like in the long run, whenever I think of eyeshadow palettes, sometimes like there's only 2 or 3 shades I would like to use from the palette, not necessarily the whole thing. So I think sometimes in the long run, I would rather save and invest in something that I know I'm going to use constantly, because for me, these palettes, they travel with me all the time and they're very good when you just want a lot of options, but like not, you know. Traveling with a Pat McGrath palette is a different story because it's really big and heavy, which I love. It's a very luxurious product. But again, with this Kit Pack one, you know, you're getting 3-4 times the eyeshadows and for literally half the size. So it just depends where you're at and where kind of like what you're willing to spend your money on. It wouldn't be a cool tone eyeshadow makeup video from yours truly if I did not mention some of my favorites from MAC. These are my individual shadows. They're like $11 if you just buy like the ones to stick into a palette, which I personally love. This is the Artist Kit Company palette. Yes, very beautiful. I love these palettes too. I will say they're just not as durable as like the Kit Pack ones. These I feel like are more rugged. Okay, so these are some of my favorite MAC single eyeshadows. I feel like these are just really beautiful, neutral, cool tones to have. If you're somebody who loves MAC, you probably already are familiar with all of these shadows. Let me see, what do we have? Print, Omega, Cozy Gray. If you're somebody as pale as me, this is such a beautiful contour shade. MAC, give this to us in a large pan. Scene, like me, as a MySpace kid. I was a little MySpace scene kid, that's right. Last but not least, we have Brun. Such a beautiful neutral brown shade. Anyway, I also feel like MAC has a really beautiful range of shades for you to create your own custom palette as well. I prefer buying the MAC eyeshadows as like these, like the refill singles, because they're only 11 bucks instead of like 30 if you buy it in that plastic packaging, which is so crazy. Like the price difference, like boop, boop, boop. Anyway, I don't want my single shadows in that giant bulky packaging anyway. I'm going to put it in a palette like this because it's just easier for me, you know? I love the MAC Signal eyeshadows. If again, this is a more of an expensive option, but I feel like the array of eyeshadows I gave you, it's like some affordable, some like mid-range, like the Makeup by Mario, and then also some more expensive, so I kind of hit all the points. I know a lot of you are probably going to mention like ColourPop cosmetics for cool tones. I haven't tried any of those. I know Essence actually has an eyeshadow palette that's called Taupe It Up. It is with talc in it though. That's like the first ingredient. And as you know, right now they're reformulating everything and they're trying to get rid of talc and everything. So I think that eyeshadow palette is only like $3.99 and I love it. I think I have it at my sister's house. Otherwise, I would definitely include it in this video. So that's another really beautiful, affordable option. All right, guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for coming here and hanging out with me and sitting through with me, whether you had a snack or a little cup of tea, whatever floats your little boat. I know that I'm kind of like, sometimes I'm here, sometimes I'm not, but I'm here, okay? I'm sorry. I'm still living that Hannah Montana double life, which is so crazy, you know? So I'm trying to get better at uploading on YouTube. You know, your girl doesn't have a whole team doing this for her. It's just me, myself, and I. Hello? And my editor, Antonella. Hey girl, how you doing? How you doing? Oh my God, we just had our 15-year high school reunion. 15! 1-5. I am ancient.
Oh my God.
But looking good. Anyway, all right. Subscribe, hit that like button, leave a little comment down below, get me into that algorithm, baby. We're almost at 10K. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.